Hello and welcome to SMTV. We're glad to have you with us today. I'm Duncan Gilman.
And I'm Jeff Kilman.
Just a minute, we're going to talk about ways you can monetize your social media efforts without damaging your community. And then we'll share some information on how your business can get a complete marketing makeover for virtually no cost while helping a children's charity at the same time. But first, Jeff, there might be people who are watching for the first time, so tell us a little bit about the purpose of this show.
Sure. SMTV really is here to help put context around the news that's flooding in every day about what's happening inside of social media. And when I say context, what I mean is that we really want to help you walk away with actionable ideas for your business on how you can take what's happening every day inside of the industry and apply it to helping you grow your revenue, helping you grow your followers, and helping you really adapt and change your entire marketing practice.
We do this every day, and it's overwhelming for me to go through all this news.
Yeah. So the whole goal here is we're not going to be the first breaking in with what's happening inside of our industry. There's plenty of websites and plenty of other people that are talking about it every day. But hopefully what we can do is add some editorial opinion based upon the fact that we've been at this for so many years, and we've watched so many businesses struggle with what to do inside of social media and how to be effective. And we've been able to help guide them through that process. So hopefully we can share a little bit of that knowledge, a little bit of that editorial opinion along the way, and that's going to give folks a different way to look at what's happening every day inside of this industry.
So Jeff, we hear this all the time. I know social media, it's all well and good. I know I need to be there, but how do I use that to make money for my business without alienating my whole customer base?
Yeah, it's interesting. Mashable just had a summit, and Reddit's co-founder was there and talking about it. And I think what was really interesting about what he was saying is, hey, Reddit was nothing more than every other website in the way that we used to look at it, which was get a community going, get a lot of eyeballs on it, and then sell digital billboards, i.e. advertising through it. And it was alienating their client base. Their client base takes their Reddit community very personal. It's a personal place where people are sharing ideas, and it's an information exchange. And it started to feel very intrusive to have these digital billboards sitting there right in front of their face. So Reddit pivoted and started trying to find different ways to monetize their community. And what they found was, let's go to the community and let them fund this and let them help us by giving them added services, by giving them added value to the business and added ways to interact with us versus going out and using it for digital billboarding. And I think that's an interesting approach. Not that every one of our clients needs to be out there looking for how they can add more products and services versus advertising, but I think what's really interesting is what kind of value is your community looking for? And if you could find that out, and guess what? There's a really interesting way to figure out what is it that's valuable to your consumer base and to your community.
I think it's enormously helpful because a lot of people, especially the CEOs, they know they have this bank of information, or maybe they don't even know. They know they've got fans, and they only see, well, the next step is for fans to click from my Facebook page to my e-commerce site and buy something. They have no idea that there's all this data there ready to be mined that tells them what else does my customer like, what do they do in their spare time, all this information.
Yeah, I think one of the biggest travesties, honestly, that's happening inside of social media is that companies are not valuing the sharing that's happening. If I'm going to take time and share and give you as a brand access to my world, well then I expect something in return. And what I expect is for you to make my life a little bit better. I expect you to add value. I expect you to make things easier for me, make your products or services easier for me to find at the right time, at the right place, because I'm telling you where I am, when I'm there, and when I'm most interested in your product. So it comes down to common sense. Take the data, listen to it, analyze it, and then do something actionable with it. And that data mine is huge and vast, but it's so easy to mine and understand for those that are willing to go and play in that space.
It's out there and in totally new ways than it was when social media didn't exist. Before, this information probably cost thousands and thousands of dollars to get. You had to put out a survey, you had to do all this research that is just there by people willing to give you their information now.
Oh, when I was with Procter & Gamble back in the days, we used to have armies of folks that would sit in malls with clipboards and accost people to ask them to go back behind
$5
behind a cubicle and take a survey for, how do you brush your teeth? When do you brush your teeth?
Right.
Why do you brush your teeth? Well, guess what? Now people are sharing this information with us
willingly, yes.
willingly and unprovoked in the real context of their life at the time that they're doing it. I love, and I have no clue why I love it, but I love the app Get Glue.
Yeah.
I think it's mostly because my 9-year-old likes seeing what virtual stickers I get every time I check in on what TV program I'm watching. But here I am sharing with everyone what TV show I'm watching, what time I'm watching it, and why, and putting comments out there of what I like about it. This is free information that people that can tap into and start understanding context of my life.
Right, kind of blows that Nielsen set-top box out the window.
Yeah, slightly. And it just makes everyone realize I watch way too much television.
Recently, I had a chance to visit with Katrina Padron, president of Padron Social Marketing, who's involved in a terrific campaign called A Giving Chance that offers that very thing. Imagine being able to give your business a marketing makeover at virtually no cost while helping out children across the world at the same time. Sound too good to be true? Our next guest says that is exactly what the program called A Giving Chance is all about. Joining me via Skype today is Katrina Padron, president of Padron Social Marketing and a social media trainer. Katrina, welcome.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Katrina, first tell us a little bit about the contest and how businesses can get involved.
The contest is called A Giving Chance. You can find it at agivingchance.com. And what it is, it's basically a way for us to raise money to donate to Compassion International's Child Survival Program. And what we've done is brought together 19 nationally known business experts, and they are all donating some sort of prize to a business winner. And the prizes are, some of them are social media campaigns. One is a brand new website, PR strategy, some really impressive prizes. So I do encourage you to take a look at those.
It sounds like a great cause and great prizes, but you don't see a lot of B2B contests. Were there any challenges with a B2B contest over a B2C contest like you normally see that you had to overcome?
I don't know if there's challenges that I had to overcome, but I guess my biggest thing was I really wanted to raise money for this organization, Compassion International. I have a personal interest in it. As my baby girl was really sick last fall, and I just really want to raise money for these other moms and babies who don't have access to the, top hospitals like I did. So my challenge was in figuring out what I can do to raise the money. And I knew I had a lot of business contacts across the nation, and I found a way to bring them all together and kind of leverage their networks and their name to get the word out.
It makes total sense as a social media marketer that you have these connections you can pull from. As a social media professional, I love one of your philosophies, which is that the workforce of a company actually makes a great social media team. But how do you convince a VP of marketing or better yet a CEO that the employees actually need to take part in a social, in the brand's social voice?
Yeah, actually, I think a lot of VPs of marketing and CEOs have known for a long time that their employees really are great brand advocates for them, particularly in the B2C world. And, when you look at sales teams in the B2B world, we know that those people are great brand advocates. So that's usually not too much of a challenge. The biggest challenge is in giving these people the right tools and training so that they can leverage social media in a very efficient way. Best practices are always changing, and we need to make sure those people are armed with the best tools.
That makes a lot of sense. If you could, for all the small businesses out there, remind them how they can enter the contest.
They can go to agivingchance.com, and there are 2 prizes. One really cool catch about the contest is that if you win, so does your friend. So be sure that you put in your information and then also another business's information when you enter.
Katrina, thank you so much for joining us today and talking about the cause that's near and dear to you. Good luck with the campaign.
Thank you.
That's going to do it for today's show. But thanks again to Katrina Padron for sharing information about A Giving Chance with us today.
And thank you for taking the time to watch SMTV. We hope it helped. Until next time, I'm Jeff Kilman.
And I'm Duncan Gilman. See you again tomorrow.